Hello, second grade. Today in computer science, we are going to be doing a level where we create art with stickers. You're going to log into Code, CODE, click your teacher, and put in your secret code as you've done before. Then, when you log in, you're coming down to lesson number 10 Mini Project Sticker Art. There's only 9 puzzles, and it works pretty cool. When we start lesson number 1, what we're going to do is follow the directions. You can have them read to you by clicking on this button.
Free play.
You can also read the directions yourself. This icon here is going to say that we're going to be doing a project one step at a time. So we're going to add one part and then another and then another and another. The first part is it says to add this block, jump to the middle center position, and then this block, I scroll down and find draw sticker. This says when run, jump to the middle and draw a sticker. And when I push run, it does that. And you can actually pick other kinds of stickers too, like this one. You can pick any kind of sticker that you want, but when you find one, you should push finish. On every puzzle we do today, you have to push finish to move on. That's because there is no wrong or right answer to our art project today. There's not one thing you have to do. You have to say when you're done. Now it says that we need to add a turn command. So we're going to add a turn left block up at the top. Turn left, jump to the middle, draw a sticker. I could even change the number of degrees. Maybe I'm going to change it to 30. When I'm done, push finish. Now that I have that, notice that I'm on level 3 and all of that code has followed me. Everything you do, it follows you through all the way to the end. Now to make it loop, I'm going to use a loop. I'm going to put all my code inside, and this says to repeat 4 times, turn left, jump to the middle, draw a sticker. I'm actually going to make this 12 times. So let me go here. Let me push run. And did you see what it created? 12 times it turned left, went to the middle, and drew a sticker. When I change the sticker, it changes my shape. When I change the number of degrees, it will change my shape. When I change the number of times that I loop it, so I'm going to loop the 10, I'm going to choose 36 times, it'll change. Changing these values will change the way that your picture looks. When I'm done, push finish. Number 4 says that we're going to add another sticker. So I'll find another sticker and I'll put it at the end. That kind of changes how things work. Maybe I'll pick a one that looks a little bit smaller, like this one. That combines a turtle and a llama all together. Maybe I'll change and move it up to like a mouse like this. Finished to be done. Now it's going to ask us to draw a line. So I'm going to also use the move forward block here. I'm going to move forward and then draw my sticker. And notice that now that forward block, that changes kind of how my picture looks. Here, I think that I am going to also use this guy, set pattern. When I use a set pattern at the top, I get to pick what the line looks like. So here's like a lightning bolt. And that kind of changes it there. Maybe I'm going to draw a chicken instead. Oops, and I pushed finish to be done. Let's see. Let's change this to the next one. Here's that chicken again. And now I have a move forward block in there as well. Let me add another one. I'm going to move forward, turn left, jump to the middle. Whoa, look at that crazy picture. Changing how things will look like this. Changing the number of times I do things like this can also change things. Oops, like that. You can create really cool stuff. Now, while you're working on these projects, please do not put a number over 360 in this thing. No, I do not want. You could put a billion in there. You could put a trillion in there, but that's going to crash the computer. And if it crashes the computer because you give it too many commands, then you're going to have to reload and sign back in, and it'll just take a lot of time and you won't get a lot done. So nothing over 360. That's the biggest number you can put in here. Otherwise, you'll crash the computer. Everything else, you're going to add more stickers in here. You're going to create other cool designs. You're going to see what you can do and create. That's pretty neat right there. Do the best you can with this. And as you go all the way through, when you reach the end and you're all done, congratulations, you can have free choice time then when all of these puzzles have been completed. Or you can go back and do it some more. Okay, I will see you next time in computer science. Have For our keyboarding practice today, what I want you to do is I want you to go to my homepage and then find the 3 for 3rd grade. When you do and you scroll to the bottom of this page, you'll see it says keyboarding activities. These 3 keyboarding activities are how we're going to practice keyboarding for the beginning of class. Choose one, like keyboard challenge here. When it loads, it'll take you to an ABC YA page. You can continue to do this one for as long as you'd like. You don't have to finish it if you'd like to switch to a different one. Pushing on the play button will start it up. In this particular game, you are going to pick a style, and then all of the keys are going to be rearranged. They've fallen off, so you're going to have to put them back onto the keyboard. Here's a hint. You can use your keyboard in front of you to figure out what goes where. If you want to switch back, you can go back to my homepage. Up here at the top is our tab. Ghost typing is another activity, and so is keys and carrots. Each one will practice where things are at on the keyboard. This is what we're going to do instead of typing.com today. Today we're going to be doing another level in code.org that has us work with conditionals. This is where we're going to have the computer make a decision. And in this case, we're going to work with a bee, and the bee is going to have to decide whether to get some nectar, whether to get some honey, or whether to skip over a square entirely. Now, to do that, because I'm gone, we're going to have to log in a little bit of a different way. You're not logged in under your accounts to these computers. They're under my accounts, like we have in years past. So none of your bookmarks will be there, and also none of your settings. It's not connected to your Google account, it's connected to mine. So let me show you how you're going to do this. First, before we get to code.org, you're going to get the helping sheet, something that you can use as you work your way through these puzzles to help you solve them. You're going to open up Google Chrome and go to my website, and then you're going to come down to the CODE. Once you click that, we'll find the 3 for 3rd grade. And then before you click on a teacher, you're going to come down to coding help. In coding help, when you click this all the way at the bottom, you're going to see our answers, Course D, Lesson 14. This is what we're working on today. As you go through it, you'll see that it shows you all the different levels here and what we're going to be doing. Notice that one of the things you'll see in these levels is these clouds. And what happens with the clouds is that there might be flowers underneath, or there might not be. It will change every single time it runs. It's random. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a special kind of block called if, and that checks to see if you're at a flower, then the bee will get nectar. And if not, the bee will just simply pass over. We're going to see that same kind of block in several of these levels, and you'll begin to notice too that if we can just have the bee check at different flowers, then the code kind of starts to look pretty familiar. Here's that same kind of code, go forward and check. Here's that same kind of code again, go forward, and if you're at the honey, make honey. So you're going to have to decide now whether you're at a honey or whether you're not. Sometimes you'll even check both. If you're at a flower, then you'll get nectar. Else, that means if you're not there, you're at a honeycomb, you'll make honey instead. The directions for these puzzles, of course, can be read to you as well. And hopefully, if you watch the videos, it'll explain that too. But these are all different things that different puzzles and help that you can get for this. So how do we get into Google if you're not logged in under your Google account? Leave this open and open up this tab. This new tab right here, this plus button, will give you a new web page while keeping your old one still open. So in your new web page, we're going to go back to my website again. Once you're back in my website, we're going to go down to code. Now you're going to find the 3. Then you're going to find your teacher. Click your teacher. And if you remember your secret picture, then you'll click your secret picture. And if not, we will pass out your secret pictures to you so that you can click your secret picture and log yourself in. Once you're in, scroll down and find in the conditional section, if else with B. It should be right after Minecraft. None of this will be in green because, well, actually it will be in green. So you should still see your progress, but you're going to go if else with B. And we're going to start here with a video on if statements and work your way through these puzzles. When you need help, you're going to come back to this tab. Find the help that you need. How did we solve this in puzzle number 5 or puzzle number 6? Go back to the tab. The tab that we're working in should say code, and then we can go ahead and solve those kind of puzzles. All right, so that's how we're going to do that. Do it your best. Give it your best shot. Use the helping sheet if you can. I will see you next time in computer science. Hello, kindergarten. I'm not here today and we have a substitute. So I'm going to explain what we're going to do and how we're going to practice our typing. Today, we're going to use a program called Microsoft Word and we're going to type some first grade words. These are words that hopefully you know by first grade. Now, you might know some of them already. Some of them you might not just by looking at them, but I bet many of you can read the words that we have today. So you're going to start by taking your mouse and clicking up in this first top box. When you do, this is the spot for your name so that when we print it off today, I'll know who it belongs to. Find the letters on your keyboard for your name and type it, and then click the bottom. Underneath, you're going to look over to the side and see that we're going to type the word not, N-O-T. You're going to look on your keyboard and you're going to find the N and the O and the T. Now, when you go and click on the next box and look for just, you're going to see something happen to your letters. First, you'll see that as you're typing, your letters will all be different colors. Next, you're also going to see that the letters will look different. It's called a font. A font is how the letters look. It doesn't change the letter, it just changes what they look like. Sometimes fonts make it so that the letters are capitalized all by themselves. And sometimes fonts make it that they're not capitalized and they are cursive writing, like squiggly writing, and maybe even small writing like this. Fonts don't change the letters, but they do change how they look. We're going to go through and tap and type each one of these letters. So we've got the word big, and we've got the word had, and we've got the word up. We're going to scroll down. There's a lot of them, but most of these are ones you already know, and I've had all kindergartners so far be able to do each one of them. Like and was, we have did, and we, my, and what. Now, if I make a mistake, oops, I want to use the backspace key. The backspace key will erase every time I tap it. So I'm going to tap it one time to erase one letter, tap it a second time to erase another letter. Now I can type the real letters that I need. I'll type this one, and I'll type this one. All right, I'm done. There's a letter from me to your parents on the back. And so you are going to raise your hand. The substitute is going to come to you and they will print it off for you so that you can take this home today. It won't print in color because I don't have a color printer, but I do want to have this be something you can show your adult when you get home. After the substitute prints it off for you, and then you can have free choice time for the rest of the class. So work hard so you can have free choice time. Okay? I will see you next time when we have computer science. Hello, first grade. Today we are going to be doing some typing in Microsoft Word. Already opened up on your computers, hopefully, is a Microsoft Word program. Microsoft Word is a way that we type into a computer. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be copying some sentences down, and what we're focusing on is going to be capitalization and punctuation. So here's how that's going to work. When you get to your computer, you're going to find this box, you're going to click this box, and you're going to use your keyboard to type your name. Now, names have capital letters at the front. So what I need you to do is I'm going to have you hold down on the Shift key with left hand, and then with your other hand, you're going to tap on the letter that is at the very beginning of your name. Mine's a C. When I let up on the Shift key and no longer push it down, now I'll type the rest of my letters so that they're lowercase. I should have one uppercase and the rest be lowercase. Next, I'm going to click on this box, and my job is to copy this sentence. Computers are machines that we program. We want to start with a capital C. So once again, we hold down on Shift and tap on the C. Then we let up on Shift and tap the rest of the letters. When we get to, oops, I made a mistake. So I need to backspace. Backspace one time will erase, compute, there we go. I need to also add a space bar. The space bar will put one space in between. Space bar is the biggest key and you only need to push it one time. R, one space, machines, space, that, space, we, space, program. Now, at the end of our sentence, you'll see a period. I also want you to put in a period at the end of your sentences. Find the period on your keyboard, tap it, and now you've got a complete sentence. A sentence that has a capital letter to start and a punctuation mark, a period to end. Now we'll come down to this sentence. This says, capital W, we tell computers what to do. We tell computers what to do. Whoops, that's not right. I made a mistake. If I need to change something, first, let me add my period at the end, period. Now I can change. I need my T to be right here. To make that T right there, I click where I want the T to be. I want that T, now it's in between the U and the R, and there should be a blinking line. Now I can type that. Compute, and I should have an E. Ooh, but now I have an extra T. I need to erase this. Erasing, when you erase, you always go to the left or the back. And actually, some keyboards even have a backwards arrow on it. So I need you to click after the letter you want erased. Use your backspace key to erase, and then you can click on the next box or where you want to type again. Remember, click where you want to type. Next, I want to type right here. I space like space 2, and now, oops, I still am typing it. T-O. I like to, now you get to pick a word. What do you like to do on computers? You might say, I like to write, I like to draw, I like to maybe play on a computer. A period should end it. And then that's it. That's all we're doing today is we are working on capital letters, periods, and spaces in between our words. When you are done, raise your hand. The substitute will come and they will print it for you. Then they'll close it. You can go get your page from the printer. There is a note from me to your parents on the back, and you can take it home and show it to them, and then you can have free choice time for the rest of our class period. I will see you next time in computer science.